And so as you see, it's been like a non-stop battle. You feel me? Like as far as my life, what I've been going through all this time, as seen clearly, in my testimony, these recordings did my body of work, my art, my poetry and things. It's supposed to be more to that collection, novels and, a lot of my short stories and chapter books and, it's a whole lot that's to me. All that's a part of it though. It's just things that I've been getting like intentionally hindered, you feel me, by whoever doing this from being able to like be the best I can be for God. You feel me? And that's what's been going on. They intentionally, this stuff been happening to me to keep me down, to keep me low, to keep me broke, to keep me starved, just to keep me in the worst possible way, forever, indefinitely, I guess, until I don't know, whenever. And if I ever show signs of like being able to like grow as an artist, author, for God, then anything is like Hail Marys. You feel me? It's like all or nothings, like no holds barred. It's like extreme, anything possible. It seems like some people would do, just to be able to stop that. And this is what I've been going through. It's a non-stop battle, and it was granted to me, from God to reveal to some people the fragments, and those who been following my story all this time understand what I'm referring to. And it's like some may have, which I anticipated that some would fall in love with the fragments, but you can't do that. You feel me? I'm so damaged from the things I've gone through. I'm in this constant state of distress. You feel me? I'm in distress. It's so like it's egregious, and I've learned to like condition and just like cope and adjust to it. I can carry on my life. I got God. God heals me. So I'm good personally, but I do what I can artistically, but I'm always got my talent. That's who I am. But as far, I just don't, God don't even have the interest, you feel me? God don't have the same interest in like restoring the earth, you feel me? Like in that way, on that level, He gonna do it, He gonna create a new one. But yeah, I'm distressed, from the things I face, and then you got structures, I'm one man, you feel me? And you got these mighty, weighty structures that was buried down in my life. I made these recordings, out of desperation. It's always something there to overshadow my words. It's always something there to hide my words. No matter what, it's always something there to drown me out. You feel me? It's always something there. Every time I'm, talking about what I'm going through. Every year, all year, and it's just, I guess that's just how things happen. Apparently. It's rough though. A lot of this stuff I did not know. You feel me? Like when all these things were happening, 16, 17, 18, 19, to some people it just sound like just, those were just some years. But for me, it's like every month was a year. Every week was a month. Like this stuff was like extreme. And, I was being attacked according to realities I ain't embraced. And I ain't understand why or none of that. I didn't understand nothing. And only thing I saw was some people, you feel me, that was just let me know that they were doing this. And they was imposing themselves on me. All I seen was they're laughing, they're mocking me, they're taunting me, 24/7. And I didn't understand why. I didn't know who they were at first, And this is the kind of things that been going on, When you put two and two together later, you understand. But it's like, well, when I was posting these testimonies earlier, and it get people attention. I was a star, so of course I got the, promo. My stuff was getting seen, by many. So it's like, well, people see I'm going through this stuff and get right people attention, then they can do something about it. But it's like it was being ignored until this point. You feel me? Like it's weird. It's weird. Like it's weird. You know what I mean? But that should suck. For somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's undoubtable that it was definitely somebody or something, like literally, not only trying to destroy me, but destroy my legacy for God and everything that I stood for. And that's undoubtable, So it's like, that's like a term that just like encompasses everything else. So it's like, well, everything else in itself was like egregious crimes against humanity. I'm like, somebody go care about that. They're like, well, it's people that, I don't know, man. These are the end times. Maybe nobody care about it. Or you would hope so, But it's rough though. I don't check for none of those influences though. Like even to this day, man, I ain't never ever tried to personalize the experience, man. After that, I seen somebody do you like that. It can't have no good intentions for you. So I just was like, nah, I'm gonna do what I do to the best of my ability for the purpose I intended and I set out for originally. And that's how it been. But it's like over time is used as a weapon. You feel me? It's like you can say something, over time it just normalized stuff. You feel me? They normalized the persecution of Jesus Christ. That's what they did though. You know what I'm saying? I work, the things that I do with my hands, you feel me? Like my work or my art, all that's towards the kingdom of God. So it's like they're doing things and facilitating things to like stop that and take away from it, which in the nature anti-God. So it's like if that's happening on the highest levels, then everything else follows suit. So it's like it's rough like that, man. Let me see. So yeah, and so I'm constantly, you see it like with your pain being invalidated, things de-emphasized. What can you do? I've lived my life thinking that I was just somebody with bad luck, misfortune. I didn't know the full picture, and it turns out it was way more worse, But they say it ain't nobody that you can it ain't nobody you can really confide in about it, other than the Lord anyway, Like this doesn't happen, things like this don't happen to people, Every part of my life been destroyed. Structures intentionally temporized helping me through negligence on purpose to destroy every facet of my life, make it impossible for me to survive in society on purpose. They allowed it to get to everything that I go to, everything I try, and then if it's not, then I'm getting attacked. So it's like it's no gray area. You feel me? It's either one extreme. I'm super famous or I'm nobody and I'm getting attacked. Or I'm super famous and I might get attacked still, even though I'm super famous. Or, I'm hidden and I'm getting attacked definitely. Structure anti-God, man. So I feel like, the only thing really, vengeance is God's. You feel me? I can't avenge myself in all honesty and reality. But vengeance is God's. But one thing I can do from my testimony and the power vested in me and the things that I made manifest, shown people agree and understand. True, I can remove God from the structures of society. That I can do. You know what I'm saying? And that I have did. Because it's not synonymous with God. I don't believe that it deserves to be there. The name of God does not deserve. I don't believe the structures deserve to have God's name anywhere on them. I feel like that's disrespect to somebody that's actually lived their life. You feel me? Somebody that's actually stayed true, followed God the whole time, you know, while getting brutally attacked with weapons and tortured and been smeared, you know, spit on and dragged in the mud the whole time with the knowledge of even the structures. So I mean, nah, you know, people attribute, nah, I mean, you're only good as, you know, your foundation. You feel me? Your foundation broken, what can the righteous do? You know, so I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, so I solidly revoke that, you know, from these structures. Like, the name of God that's in the Holy Bible, no, it's not, from what I've witnessed, is not accurate. You feel me? It's not accurate, it's not fitting for such a society. You know, it's disrespectful and it's blasphemy and it's an insult. I feel like it's an insult to the Trinity. You know, it's an insult to the kingdom of God to say that God is over something like that. When you see this happening to one of his vessels, I mean, I mean, that's just enough. Like, whole time, non-stop. Where whoever was doing it, they knew 100%, without any doubt. They knew 100% that I stood for the Lord. So whoever it was, they knew that. You know, and it made no difference in what they was doing to me and how they was taunting me and mocking me day in, day out. So it's like, well, these people, man, they getting away with murder because they got a structure helping them, like steal somebody's stuff and kill them and counsel them, you know. And this been happening the whole time. So it's like, well, it's all the structures, you know. That's who's, I mean, and it ain't helping, it ain't beneficial, you know. And these people I don't even know, I would never speak to or be in the same room as, you feel me? Like, they not even important or relevant to my life or reality. But it just ain't, I mean, there ain't no foundation. Foundation's broken. It's in the Bible. If the foundation broken, what can the righteous do? You know, they already did all this worse stuff to you, but then it's like they could do more stuff. Then, you know, they ignore the common sense of your testimony. Then they just try to attribute it to be like, oh, people was accused of this and that. Well, if you read my stuff, I'm talking about what I've gone through. I didn't talk about, you know, I didn't point fingers at nobody, but I mean, isn't there something for that? Like, either way, you know, so I don't get justice. I mean, society ain't under God. And I can't get justice, so society can't be under God.